my sweet, sweet little bird. Isn't he being like the cutest little birdie right now? Oh no, he's not. He's trying to eat my shirt. Today, as promised, we are going to go over the top 5 birds for houses with children. I'm really excited about this list because parrots for children are also great birds for beginners. So that's something to keep in mind. What? Yes, 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 yes. Now with that in mind, I hope you enjoy my list of 5 parrots for households with children. Are you ready, Vinny? The first bird we have on the list is the budgie. Budgies are excellent birds for children because they're great family birds and they're also great first birds. So these are 2 important things that I think really make budgies pretty high up there on my list of birds for children. Now, as we spoke about in our last video, budgies are not known for being great talkers, but if they do talk, they can have some of the largest vocabularies out of all birds. I kid you not, I have heard it. There are budgies that speak so incredibly well, and if you do get a talking budgie, I mean, that's just a bonus. It's really exciting to have a little talking friend. So that's always a possibility with a budgie. Now, budgies are really playful and they have a lot of energy. They're really excitable little parrots. They also really like to explore and they can do a lot of tricks. One other great thing about budgies that I think really helps me recommend them for children is that they have such tiny little beaks. If a budgie bites, he's probably not going to take your finger off, which can really be a good thing because if Vinny bites, that's a whole different story. But it's important to keep in mind that budgies are very small, fragile birds. So if you have a child who is a little too young to have a companion that is that small, yes, very small, yes, then it's probably a better idea to either wait until your child is ready to have a companion such as a bird, or perhaps you could get your child a little bit larger of a bird. But in general, birds overall are very fragile, very excitable, and very playful. So you have to wait until your child is ready to handle small animals. And that could very well be a different age for every kid. I got my first bird at 7, which means my brother was probably around 5 or 6. And we were both ready, but then there are other kids that are not ready until they're about 10 years old. So this is very important to keep in mind because birds are not like dogs and cats where you can just tumble around with them. You have to have nice, delicate approaches towards birds. Now, I always recommend getting a single bird if you are looking for your own companion, but because parrots love to be in flocks, it's important to remember that you must include your bird every single day. You must make sure that your bird does not feel lonely because birds can die of loneliness, especially budgies. So please keep that in mind when you are committing to a bird, that you are committing to putting in hours and time with your bird so that he has a friend, because all he will have is you. And on that note, I think budgies are a really great first bird and family bird and great with children. Now this brings us to the next bird that I think makes a really great bird for kids. And of course, this happens to be, as you guys know, my first bird. The cockatiel. I had a yellow cockatiel named Dooley, which most of you are 100% aware of. Dooley was an amazing companion for us. It was both my brother and I that loved to engage with Dooley, and he didn't really get attached to one of us more than the other. We included him and socialized him among the entire family, but he also was willing to be socialized with all of us. So that's really important when looking into a bird that's going to be part of a family, especially if the bird is for a child within a family, because you want other people to be able to take care of the bird and interact with the bird when when the child is at school or other activities that the child may be engaged in. Cockatiels are extremely playful, extremely cute. They have such a big personality. You may know already that they're cousins of the cockatoos. They like to snuggle. They love head scratches. I used to love giving my bird head scratches. They can be chill too, so you could just sit and watch TV and have your bird just chilling on you. That's another thing that I really like about cockatiels. Now, they're not going to be the best talkers